Entrepreneur, philanthropist, and founder of Impilo Collection and the Impilo Foundation, Angela Yeung, is one of the few South Africans who can say she has stood on top of the world. But her journey to the summit of Mount Everest wasn't about conquering a mountain. It was about creating impact.
Welcome to Suitcase and Chardonnay, the podcast where style meets storytelling and where we blissfully blend travel, fashion, food, wine, and intentional living. I'm Renate Engelbrecht, your host, and this is a space where you can find inspirational lifestyle tips, explore beautiful local and international destinations, and share slow, luxury moments and the little details that make life feel richer. In this second season, we are leaning even deeper into life's unique experiences. From boutique hotels and family weekend escapes, to thoughtful food and fashion, soulful conversations about wine, creativity and conservation, and the art of slowing down without losing your sense of adventure. Whether you're listening on a morning walk, planning your next getaway, or simply craving a moment of inspiration, you're in exactly the right place. If you love lifestyle podcasts that celebrate travel, fashion, food, and wine, go ahead and follow or subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. And if something resonates, save it, share it, and let it travel further than we ever could alone. Now, if you're ready, let's go.
In 2025, Angela Yeung spent 50 days climbing Everest via the north side, taking on one of the world's greatest physical and mental challenges. Yet, every step she took was driven by something far bigger than herself. Now, 1 year after summiting Everest, Angela joins us to reflect on what the mountain taught her about courage, resilience, leadership, entrepreneurship, and the human spirit. We explore how standing at 8,849 meters changed her perspective on life, what she learned in the moments of extreme discomfort and uncertainty, and why the lessons from Everest continue to shape her work today. This is a conversation about purpose over ego, persistence over perfection, and the extraordinary things that can happen when we choose to climb for something greater than ourselves. We are at Klein Kaap Boutique Hotel in Centurion, and my guest for today is Angela Yeung. Angela, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitations and also a beautiful place to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so unique, but also very fitting for our discussion today.
Exactly, yeah.
If you don't know Angela, she has recently summited on Mount Everest, and really inspirational. I mean, that is just amazing. I think there are so many listeners who might actually want to do something like that. Can you maybe, Angela, just take us on a bit of a quick journey of how you got to the point where you wanted to summit Mount Everest, and
Yes.
you know, just the beginning of things and how it happened.
Yeah, so I think you need to know your why. You need to know why you're doing this. You know, I mean, that's most important thing. I think going back to my childhood, like I said to you, my mom's Japanese, my dad is Chinese. And when it's very unusual to actually see the mixture. And, 50 years ago, mixed marriage is not encouraged. So I'm like a child of a Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Yeah, because of the mixed culture. Even though we look Asian, but we actually very different culture. And my mom couldn't she was actually she struggled a lot with the culture differences. And when I was only 3 years old, she left without saying goodbye.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I actually only found her in 2017 after 30 years
Wow.
of constantly looking for her.
Sure.
So you only can give when your cup is full.
Yes.
So 2018 and 2019, I was invited by Track for Mandela to climb Kilimanjaro for caring for girls.
Okay.
Girls, they cannot afford sanitary pads, missing school 50 days a year. So that was my motivation and starting to climb for a course. But I have no background of climbing. I don't like hiking. I very seldom, like, with the jewelry business, I'm very indoor person.
Yes.
So I go do dancing in ballroom dancing, Latin American dancing. I would never actually think of myself going to do something outdoor. But if you have a reason,
Yes.
you knowing your why, you will learn new things.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So just
yeah.
like you say, maybe someone would like to do something they have never done before, wanted to go and climb a mountain, that is possible.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so amazing. I
Yeah.
can't believe that you've actually summited Everest. But like you say, it is a passion that drives you to do something like that. So just about the mountain itself, I mean, that is quite a challenge, and
Exactly, yeah.
it's a physical challenge, but also a mental challenge, and especially for someone who wouldn't necessarily say they are a hiker.
Yes, exactly.
What were the challenges for you physically and mentally?
There is so many, so many. I think I don't just climb Kilimanjaro and go straight to climb Everest. So I have to learn to climb in different mountains,
Yes.
different technique to be able to climb Everest. So it took me 7 years.
Sure.
Exactly. So 7 years consistently learning different technique, climbing at 8,000 meters. For the first time, when I get to the top, because I was climbing for gender-based violence, a very people unusual to see, oh wow, Angela's actually climbing for a bra. So when I get to the top, I was holding a bra. But because the weather changed in 8,000 meters, it's within 5 minutes. And there was it was a storm of snow
Oh my
that was
goodness.
heavily windy. And it was just chill, very chill cold was coming through. I couldn't hold on to my rope. And I fall from 10 meters. And in 8,000 meters, if you're injured, no one can come and save you.
Yes. Yeah.
Because helicopter cannot even reach to, it's only reached to 6,000 meters. So with that injury, I was just have to push myself for 8 hours to get to the camp 2. And when that time, people don't want to save you. Not that because they don't want to. It's because if they save you, they will be in danger as well.
Absolutely. Yes.
So
yeah.
you're really on your own.
Yeah.
So when I got to camp 2, the night was very cold. My dance suit was actually frozen. I couldn't even take it off. I struggled to take it off. When I got into the tent, I realized my Sherpa didn't bring my other down jacket with me. So the whole night I was shaking until the next morning, and the satellite phone ring, and the insurance company asked, Angela, is there anything broken? And I said, I don't know, but my feet is so swollen like an elephant. And they says, oh, is there any blood? I said, there's no blood. Oh, so sorry, you're not qualified to be evacuated. So they just left me there.
Oh my goodness.
Every single moment that lead to crisis, it lead to life-threatening situation
Yes. Yeah.
on the mountain.
Yeah.
And how do you navigate that? And not to panic.
Yes. Yeah.
And you have to really think through who are the key people you need to get in touch with. And I have to speak to my expedition company. I said, it's no way that I could push another 8 hours. to get to the base camp. Please think a way to help me here. So they actually sent a helicopter to come and help me, and came back with a big bull of of the helicopters. And you know, it's just so many things that actually taught me a big lessons, and how to, you know, just not panic
Yes.
when you're in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
You find a way
Yes.
to come back
Yeah.
safely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done a lot of, I mean, you said that you had to do a lot of training and things beforehand and learn new skills for the different mountains. But that's on the physical side. Did you do anything beforehand to prepare yourself mentally for these
Absolutely.
things?
You watch as many as YouTube video that you could, just learning all the different type of scenario can happen, like disaster, you know, from nature disaster you cannot do anything about, and how does those people navigating, you know, during that situation, and learning how to self efficient. So you try not to be someone else's burden, because if you're not efficient, you actually not helping the team that who are climbing with you,
Yeah.
and they actually will feel like, you know, you're just a burden. So you need to be very independent to knowing what you're here for, to climb for. You actually not thinking, I never thought about going to the top of Everest. For me, it wasn't a goal. For me, it's to how do I get back down safely. So you actually really have to plan ahead.
Yeah.
And those are the things that you need to emotionally equip it. Speaking to the people who have done this before. And yeah, there's so many stories that you can actually learn from. Finding the good mentor. And those are the things I've been, you know, researching, speaking to the right people, preparing my physical well-being,
Yes.
and equip myself. You know, that says, how do you actually rescue yourself when you fall onto the crevasses? So those are the things that I need to learn as well, technical things.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it true that when you reach a certain point that you actually see
Bodies.
bodies?
Yes, yes.
And did that disturb you in any way?
It
Was
does. It does. You, especially at night, we have to climb through the night to get to the summit. And it's actually quite scary when, so I didn't really look for them because I know somehow I would see them. But when my shepherd said to me, hey, that's a body. And I said to him, you know, please don't tell me this.
Sure.
Yeah, you also kind of ask yourself, would that be be
Yes.
me, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
But most accidents happen when they come down, not when they go up.
Sure. Do you think it's because they're tired then and kind of
Exactly.
not that careful anymore because they actually reached the top and now
Yes.
it's like what they say with accidents as well, closer to your home.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Angela and I recorded this conversation surrounded by towering trees, tranquil gardens, the soothing sound of flowing water, the cheerful quacking of ducklings, and even the occasional crow of a rooster. It felt worlds away from the bustle of city life and, quite fittingly, provided the perfect backdrop for a conversation about climbing Mount Everest, resilience, and reconnecting with what truly matters. Visit Klein Karp Boutique Hotel and its Klein Karp restaurant, where Cape-inspired cuisine, fresh seasonal ingredients, and warm hospitality come together in the heart of Centurion. Whether you're enjoying a leisurely breakfast, a business lunch, or a romantic dinner, each dish celebrates local flavors and is beautifully paired with carefully selected wines. Add the serene garden views and attentive service, and you'll discover a place where time slows down, conversation flows effortlessly, and every meal becomes a memorable experience. Check out kleinkarp.co.za for more.
And you spent like 50 days on the mountain, is that correct? How
I mean, obviously no day is the same, I guess, but can you maybe just describe a day on the mountain? How does it start?
Yes.
How does it end?
Yeah, so usually we'll do acclimatization hike.
Okay.
You go up, you sleep down. So you repeat that. Sometimes you go back down and you come back up. So the whole time you might not feel like you're going anywhere. It's actually, you're not going anywhere
Sure.
because you wanted to make sure your body acclimatizes
Yes.
so you don't get altitude sickness. But for but because I'm much slower than some of the climbers, they are much taller than me. And I realized that I have to work harder.
Sure.
Yeah, some days they will just, resting. But for me, I will continue doing some hike and making sure, the more you do that, actually you realize, hey, maybe today it took me 6 hours to get there. The next day it took me 5 hours. So I realized the more I get used to the route, the more I actually have shorter time of summiting.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's also something that can really help you by practicing.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then going back to the days, very simple. People, you're not doing too many things because your energy is low because of lack of oxygen,
Yes.
and you basically just make sure that you eat properly, you sleep properly. Sometimes because of the wind are so strong, the whole night you actually can hear the wind is banging on your tent. It's like bang, 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 bang the whole night. You can't sleep. And because of the wind are so strong and the oxygen will, the air pressure is even lower, then the whole time when you try to breathe, you're actually not breathing. So sometimes you can't sleep. I even felt like I'm disappearing.
Sure.
And so I do meditations. I chant. That's what I do when my quiet time. Because a lot of us are very high performances. People with very strong mindset who
Yes.
climb this mountain. And imagine a whole team of us
Sure.
are like that. And I'm very subtle. I'm not very confrontation. Then I realized I have to remove myself from the crowd. That's what I do. So I make sure that you go take pictures, you just really take your time out, not to be more disturbed by emotionally.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I will go and pack, make sure I'm more packed. If the day come that we can push for summit, what do I need?
Yes.
So you need to actually really, the whole time you have to remind yourself and thinking through the process. So when you get to the top, what do you do? We never been there. Maybe many people could only go there once, not even once in a lifetime. For us, we have to make sure, okay, when you get there, you take out this and this, because oxygen are so low. Everything, it's an effort.
Yes,
Even
yeah.
walking to the toilet, it's an effort.
Sure.
So those are the things, that's my day goes.
Yes. Yeah.
And I never feel irritated. I was actually very patient waiting for that moment to come. I never felt, because some of the climber can get very disturbed. Oh, which another week are we waiting for? Another day we're waiting for. But I would never complain. Just really be in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the big challenges in life as well, being in the moment.
Exactly.
And that's also something that I focus on a lot on the podcast and on the blog, is about that slow living and that being in the moment and being present. And I think a challenge like this which you take up, is something that teaches you a lot of lessons in that region of life, you know.
Exactly.
And as a businesswoman, how have you found that did that influence your way of thinking? Are there any parallels between, you know, the lessons you've learned on the mountain and that things that you could have brought into your business now as a businesswoman?
It's all the time, actually. You know, I become very, if, like sometimes you know, it's very difficult to actually have managing your employee. I actually become very calm after I've been climbing.
Okay.
I become more understanding when people are panicking. I will just withdraw myself and let things happen. And then you address this afterward. Because when crisis happen, you try to explain to people, they might not, it's not the right timing.
Yes.
So I really learned how to become very task orientated. It's not about timing. I'm making sure if we're doing this and meeting the task, it's good for everybody.
Yes.
Instead of just about, oh, we need to do this now. No, we can just plan this through and make sure this is intentionally
Yes.
and making sure that's going to be the goal.
Yeah. Incredible. So let's just quickly talk about the foundation and
Yes,
your purpose of climbing Everest. How did that come about, and what was the initial idea?
Yeah.
What was the plan?
So during COVID, I was asked to do a foot drive because we're seeing a lot of people are suffering. So I said to myself, so maybe let's just call out on social media, my friends and family, to do a food drive. We came back with 10 tons of food without expecting. So who's Angela to give out all this food? So that was the motivations that behind the foundation.
Okay.
That named after my jewelry business is Impilo Collection Foundation.
Okay.
Exactly. And then later we received 1 ton of sanitary pads. We gave out to all the HIV home special girls and also some of the orphanage. And one of the girls came up to me and said, Auntie Angela, next time when you come, please bring us some bras. Then we were looking at them, they actually not wearing a bra. That's perpetrators see that as an invitation
Yes.
of sexual attention. Then I said to myself, okay, how many bras do we need to collect now? So when I went to do some research and realized that year, so it's 2020 we're talking about, it was 2,700 women died from gender-based violence. So initially, I was just going to collect 2,700 bras. We came back with 6,200.
Yo,
And that year, I climbed to 6,200 meters
amazing.
to echo what we do for Empower Her. And that's why all the time when I'm climbing, I was climbing for a cause. It wasn't all about me. It was more about the cause. That's why this time when I was climbing Everest, I was climbing every meter, I raised a bra. So we managed to collect all 8,849 bras.
Incredible.
That's the same amount of the meters that I climbed. And we had a display at the Constitution Hill. And just the beginning of this month, actually, we distributed all 8,000 bras in the whole country for 9 provinces.
Sure.
So my mind wasn't, at the time when I was climbing, I was always thinking about what are we going to do after this? What are we going to do after this? But at the same time, I'm in the moment.
Yes.
I wasn't focusing of, okay, I just need to get to the top. But I think that was the calling of coming back safe, because
Yeah.
a lot of people come back, they have frostbite, they have to amputate their fingers. It was 50% of people who climbed last year who have frostbite. But I came back, I do have frostbite on my face, and I couldn't feel my 2 fingers, I couldn't feel for a long time
Sure.
because of the cold.
Yes.
But yeah, and I came back and I recovered.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, that was I thought I was climbing for something bigger than myself.
Yes. Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it not only inspired you but also kept you going, right?
Exactly. Exactly. That's something that you need to know. Sometimes you say to yourself that day, like you going back to your questions, some days you say to yourself, what am I doing here? You know, are you crazy? You know, look at, you know, my family's worry about me. When I was getting to 8,000 meters, my satellite phone didn't work. So my family was really worried about me. But, you know, something that's really keep you going, you know, if you get to the top, you just know this is not a place to stay for too long because it's minus 45.
It's very cool. Can't imagine that.
Exactly. Our freezer is minus 15.
Yo.
And imagine you at the top, at night was minus 60. It was frozen, freezing cold. You get to the top, minus 45. You want to take that picture, and that's all you want to do. That's it.
Yeah.
And some people stay there for longer, linger, and that's what happened when you have the frostbite.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of self-control that helps me come back safely.
Yeah. No, I really take my hat off to you. It's incredible. If there are any things that you can, or any tips that you can give a traveler who wants to do Mount Everest, is there something that stood out for you that you would have liked to know beforehand, or, you know, maybe just tips for them? There probably are too many, but
Yeah,
maybe
there's
just the top
so
ones.
many. I think you need to bring enough toilet paper.
All right. Good tip.
And you know, the whole time, you know, when we get to from 6,000 meters, you're actually not brushing your teeth, and you need to bring your floss.
Okay.
Yes, those are the
Okay.
things that you need to bring. Little things. It's
Yeah.
not like, you know, we take it for granted. So little
Yes.
things in life, but those are the things that actually help you survive.
Yes. Yeah. Incredible. I would never have thought about the toothbrushing thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
And looking back now, Angela, what would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned from this?
Yeah, like I say, so many lessons. I think really stood up for me is leadership. It's not about waiting for other people to get you to the top. It is also a teamwork, finding the right people in your team,
Yes. Yeah.
and communications. Those are the big keys that I have, the biggest lessons. Yeah. And when we're there, because everybody are worried about survivals,
Yes.
it's no one there to babysit you. It's not a holiday, you know. It's an adventure,
Yes.
and it could be disaster. So all the things that I learned, it's really about self-control. And also you learn to compartmentalizing things. And I really felt like the little thing doesn't bother me anymore, because there is so many other things that are much bigger than you.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you think that'll stick for the rest of your life? I mean, sometimes we learn lessons from something that we've experienced and it kind of,
Drift away.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But do you think these lessons will stick for life? Do you...
I certainly think that could be, it's just also how you practice
Becomes a
your.
lifestyle almost, hey?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
A reminder. I think talking to you also, it's a reminder of that moment. How did I navigate that?
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, of course, I'm busy writing my book as well. That's also something that helped me to revisit those lessons.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and I think it's clever to actually keep going back to that through things like that. Interviews and, I know you're doing the workshop.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And things like that where you also revisit what you've experienced. I think that's
Exactly.
very clever. Yeah.
Exactly. And helping other people to navigate their life. So I'm always asked the question after my presentation, and what is your Everest? Because if your dream is too small, it doesn't scare you. That's not an Everest.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And for adventurers who have this idea in their head of climbing Everest, or in a business sense or in life in general, they have this thing that they really want to do, but they just never take that first step. What would you say? How should they approach it?
I think one step at a time. And you so when we climb the mountain, it is not a competition. You might feel like that is a competition because of amongst all the other climbers. But you can have your own game. And you're still doing the same thing. You still get to the top.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not a competition. So having that first step and gain that confidence, it's important. Because the more you do it, the more you feel, okay, I got this.
Yes.
The next time I do a little bit more. So that's how you gain your confidence in life, in work.
Yes.
And don't scare to dream big.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Don't scare to dream big. Yeah.
I think that's a great place to end this conversation. I think that's like the highlights of everything, and the thing that we need to understand is, like you say, it's your own game. Life's not a competition. Work is not a competition. As long as you do your best in what you do, and you climb your Everest and you reach the top,
Exactly.
then you have managed to do what you had to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Angela, thank you so much. Where can people find you online?
Yes, please visit my page on Instagram, Impilo, Impilo. And if you would like to be part of our foundation, it's called impilofoundation.org. And yeah, you can find all the information that we have been doing the last 6 years. That's where we
Incredible.
found us.
And your stories about Everest, can they find you on Instagram?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes, that's where you found me.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Everest may have been the destination, but the real journey continues. Angela's story reminds us that the mountains we face in life and business rarely look the same, but they all require courage, resilience, preparation, and a willingness to keep moving forward even when the path becomes difficult. Her experience also highlights something even more powerful, that our greatest achievements become far more meaningful when they create opportunities for others. Whether you're building a business, pursuing a dream, navigating a personal challenge, or searching for your own sense of purpose, I hope this conversation has inspired you to take that next step, no matter how small it may seem. A huge thank you to Angela Yeung for sharing her remarkable journey and for the important work she continues to do through the Impilo Foundation in support of survivors of gender-based violence. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could use a reminder that even the highest summits are reached one step at a time. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember, life's greatest adventures often begin when we decide to climb beyond what we think is possible. If you're a lifestyle, travel, fashion, food, or wine brand looking for a multi-purpose platform to collaborate with in telling your brand's story, please reach out to hello@suitcaseandchardonnay.co.za. Suitcase and Chardonnay is a blog, podcast, and social media company, and under the same brand, I am also a freelance writer who writes numerous articles for various publications. I would love to work with you in telling your brand's story, so feel free to reach out and let's share your story together.